So, picture this. I'm sitting in my grandpa's old log cabin on Silver Pine Lake, cracking open a cold one with the state attorney general herself, and bam, the door flies off its hinges like it's made of balsa wood. This HOA nightmare named Evelyn Hargrove comes storming in, her high heels crunching over splintered pine, screaming about rules and rights like she's the queen of the county, totally clueless that she's just committed a handful of felonies right in front of the one person who could lock her up for good. And get this, she's live streaming the whole meltdown to her flock of followers, thinking she's exposing some conspiracy. But really, she's just handing over her own arrest warrant on a silver platter. Yeah, that was the wild climax of a 6-month hell I never saw coming. Let me rewind a bit. I'm Jack Thompson, 52, just retired after 3 decades slinging wires and building power lines across the backwoods of this state. Life was sweet. I'd finally claimed my slice of heaven, that cozy cabin Grandpa Joe snagged back in '62 for a steal. $700 bucks for 2 acres of prime lakefront that'd make your eyes water today. It wasn't fancy, no sir, just sturdy logs he hewed himself. A crackling stone hearth that smelled like old campfire stories, and a porch swing that groaned like it remembered every fishtale we ever told. I kept it simple, off-grid with some solar panels I rigged up myself, fresh well water that tasted like pure nostalgia, and a garden out back where I'd grow tomatoes big as softballs. Grandpa always said, "Jack, the land chooses you, boy. And when folks start sniffing around it too hard, dig deep to find out why." Wise words, turns out, because Evelyn showed up like a storm cloud in pearls, ready to turn our quiet haven into her personal empire. She was 57, fresh from some gated nightmare in Arizona, rolling in on a shiny black SUV with plates that screamed "Enforce." I mean, who does that? Wore her HOA badge like a Medal of Honor, strutting around like she owned the water rights to the whole lake. Her big dream? Flip our rustic spots into luxury condos for city folks, chasing that lake vibe without the mud. But underneath, she was knee-deep in a shady deal, embezzling dues to line her pockets and her cronies, pressuring old-timers to sell cheap so developers, friends of her Politico hubby, could swoop in and cash out big. I didn't know that at first. To me, she was just the nosy neighbor from hell, starting with that Tuesday morning when I'm sipping coffee, watching ducks skim the mist, and click, click. Her stilettos hit my dock like gunshots, slaps a violation notice on my door. Unapproved structure degrading community aesthetics. $400 fine. Fix it in 48 hours or else. My dock? The one Grandpa and I rebuilt when I was knee-high solid as ever. I tried reasoning, "Hey, this land predates your HOA by decades, lady," but she just smirks, hands on hips. "Everyone bows to the board here, darling. Ask the Millers how fighting me panned out." The Millers, sweet old couple next door, who'd suddenly downsized after 25 years. Yeah, red flags were waving, but I brushed it off as petty power trips. Things escalated quick. More citations piled up like bad debt. Solar panels unsafe, garden unkempt. Even Grandpa's carved railing called a hazard. Fines hit $2K fast, and when I ignored them, boom, a lawyer letter from some slick firm threatening liens, claiming my dock poked into shared waters. Panic hit me hard. I'm no suit, just a guy with calluses and a toolbox. But Grandpa's voice echoed, "Check the deeds, Jack. Truth's in the paper, not the bluster." So I hauled to the county office, dust off old surveys with help from Clerk Mabel, who knew Grandpa from his poker nights. And jackpot. My plot owns 40 feet into the lake, stamped official since '62, grandfathered out of their '95 HOA nonsense. Felt like a win, but Evelyn? She parks her SUV blocking my drive, rolls down the window a crack. "Reviewing access rules, Jack. This could take hours." Her perfume choking the air like cheap victory, idling engine humming mockery. Me, the man who'd wired half the grid, trapped like a kid in timeout. She didn't stop there. Formed this Pine Shores Enhancement Group, basically her bully squad, turning neighbors against each other with Facebook posts dripping honeyed venom. Concerned about rundown spots tanking our values. #Pine Pride. Comments exploded. Folks I'd barbecued with suddenly experts on my violations, though some whispered apologies, like my buddy Tom pulling me aside. "She's got dirt on everyone, Jack. Her husband's up in state finance, pulls strings like puppet master." That chilled me. Her hubby, Victor Hargrove, wasn't small potatoes. He chaired some party finance committee, feeding her insider scoops on rezoning gold mines. Then the vandalism. Red paint on my mailbox at midnight. Sell or suffer. Caught on my hidden cam, her plate's clear as day. Call the sheriff? Her cousin Deputy Ryan shows up, shrugs. Kids these days, huh? Scrubbing that mess, paint grinding under my nails, I felt the weight. This wasn't games. It was war on my peace, my legacy. Inspections rolled in like locusts. Building guy I knew from jobs mutters, "Sorry, anonymous tip on codes." Crawls my place top to bottom, finds zip wrong. Then septic checks, fire marshals, all bogus, each one chipping at my sanity, building a file that screamed troublemaker. Media hit next. Evelyn on local news, batting lashes, fighting for our families against hazards, using angled shots making my cabin look like a shack, standing on my dock like she owned it. Texts buzzed furious from folks swallowing her spin. Me, the lake's Scrooge? But cracks showed. My electrician pal Mike rallies the crew. "Your setup's gold standard, Jack. Let's prove it." They parade by, vouch public, shutting her narrative down. Then my high school bud, lawyer Dave, drops the bomb over beers. AG's probing HOA scams statewide, harassment to crash values, flip to devs. Sounds familiar? Bells rang loud. Evelyn's not just mean, she's criminal, siphoning funds through fake companies tied to her kin. I dug deep, logging every threat, every fine. County files showed $220K in repairs that never happened, insurance scams on sunny days, payments to Hargrove admin services, her shell gig. It hit home. She'd robbed the Millers blind, forcing sales at rock bottom so her hubby's pals could build resorts. Inner storm brewed. Grandpa's land wasn't just dirt, it was roots, and she'd uprooted families for greed. Community stirred too. Retired Judge Harlan knocks with coffee. "Your granddad spot this rot a mile off, Jack. Fight smart, not alone." VFW vets back me. Historical folks praise the cabin's heritage. Even eco-groups laud my solar life. But Evelyn doubled down. Fake posts calling me unstable. Bot armies amplifying restraining order filed with lies. He's threatened me. Judge tosses it, but stain lingers. Sabotage ramps. Panels fried by loosened wires. Boat cut loose, scratching hulls. Pop's old baseboat man, septic poisoned with chemicals, stench like defeat. "She hits my allies too. Mike's license flagged," Judge Harlan complained on. "Pressure mounts. Mornings taste metallic with dread, but it fuels me. This thief's hurting good people, and I'm done hiding." We set the trap. Dave hooks me with AG Laura Jenkins, her team eyeing statewide fraud. FBI joins, Agent Carla Diaz. Your docs tie it all. Laundering, extortion. We plan a meet at my cabin, symbolic stand. Knowing Evelyn's ego'd draw her like moth to flame. She bites. Monitors show her plotting a whistleblower stunt, live streaming government overreach to flip the script, claiming partisan hit 'cause Victor's ties. Paranoid calls to neighbors, threats recorded, her unraveling, beautiful. Night before, I sit on the porch, loons calling soft, Bible open to Grandpa's notes. Little guys win when truth's the slingshot. Dawn breaks, AG arrives no nonsense, thermos in hand. "Jack, your fight's cracking a ring across counties." We're mid-chat on charges when tires screech. Evelyn's SUV skids in, crew trailing with cams. Heels pound porch. Crash! Door shatters. She bursts. "Expose this conspiracy. The AG's colluding against me. Political witch hunt." Phone high, streaming fury, face twisting as AG rises calm. "Miss Hargrove, I'm Laura Jenkins, State Attorney General. You've just trespassed, vandalized, assaulted in my witness." Freeze-frame terror. Her stream captures it all, followers gasping as agents swarm. "You're under arrest for fraud, intimidation, the works. Thanks for the footage." Cuffs click, phone drops still rolling, her babble echoing. "I run this lake. Victor'll fix it." Neighbors gawk from the shore, Millers teary-eyed, perfected poetic justice. 3 months on. Courtroom's electric. Judge slams Evelyn with 4 years federal time. $280K payback. HOA lifetime ban. Victor folds too. 20 months for corruption. His insider deals exposed. We scrap the HOA. Birth Silver Pine Neighbors Co-op. Voluntary, neighborly, no tyrants. My whistleblower cut? $38K, sweet vindication. AG pushes the Thompson bill. Audits mandatory, harassment felonies. Families return. Millers snag a spot nearby. Block parties heal old wounds. Lake thrives now. My cabin tours eco-living. Grandpa's fun scholarships trades kids. Festival aids vets. Even scored a dock deal. Lakefront reckoning dropping soon. But here's the rub. Was Evelyn pure evil? or just a cog in a broken system where HOAs let greed run wild? Makes you wonder if these boards do more harm than good, right? Or maybe power corrupts anyone. What do you think? Drop a comment. Share your HOA horror. Who's right in these fights? How'd you handle a bully like that? Hit like if justice tastes this sweet. Subscribe for more real-life takedowns. Next up, the mayor who messed with a vet's diner till old army pals rolled in. Thanks for listening, folks. Stay true out there.